Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. It's a beautiful day in Anchorage, Alaska. We've got some great news for the community. First and foremost, we want to talk about a special project that's happening in one of our original 4 historic neighborhoods, the neighborhood of Fairview. As you know, over the years, we've done a number of improvements in the neighborhood, but there's a lot more work to be done. And the Fairview Business Association has been working hard on a concept on the redevelopment of Fairview, particularly along Gamble Street. And here to give more information about the redevelopment plan is Paul Fuhs with the Fairview Business Association. Paul, thanks for coming.
Thank you. And first of all, I want to thank Mayor Sullivan for his support. This started about a year ago where we came up with it as a concept, and he challenged us to do the engineering and make sure that we had something that was practicable and financeable. We also had strong support from the office of Senator Johnny Ellis in helping with this. So in the meantime, we've been working on it. What we have is we've got an older road. It's a major thoroughfare. We have to maintain the traffic efficiency. We have to make it safe. We have to make it better for pedestrians. And what we found is, look at this sidewalk here. These are telephone poles right in the middle of the sidewalk. We get people that actually in a wheelchair have to go out into the road to get past that. We also, in the wintertime, there's no place for the snow to go. So, the snow gets plowed up on the sidewalk, and because of the utilities there, you couldn't plow it if you wanted to. So what we came up with this concept of, it's a 4-lane road right now. We want to make it 3 lanes with appropriate turn lanes at the intersections. What that allows us to do here is to widen the sidewalks, give an area here for snow removal and snow storage, make it better for pedestrians. And what the engineers found when they did the traffic counts, they did 2 weeks of data, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to come and say what's actually happening there, the travel speeds, wait times at the lights. And what they found is that this could be done without any degrading of the levels of efficiency of service. So what we've got now, we've got a concept. There's a lot of work to be done. We have to work with the Department of Transportation, the municipality, Municipal Light and Power to really implement this program. But we've taken it to this step so far as a concept. It's part of our plan for overall economic revitalization of the Fairview area. It's a great area for redevelopment. And so we appreciate your support on this, Mr. Mayor. And I would just say to anybody in the media, we've got several of our members of the Business Association here, the Lucky Wishbone, First National Bank, Mill Rock Resources, and some others. And we've also worked really closely with the Fairview Community Council. And they've also endorsed this concept. So their president and some of their board members are here. And we'll make ourselves available to you after this press conference for more of the details. We've got Bob Kniefel from Kittleson Associates. He's our primary traffic engineer. You can talk to him. And we also have thumb drives of all the graphics that you have here. So we'll stick around afterwards. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, very exciting. And this is oftentimes how projects get to this point, is it's the citizens within a neighborhood that take the lead, take the initiative, and then with the cooperative work of the city, and in this case, certainly the state with DOT, we're enthusiastic. We can make some great things happen. So thank you, guys. Well, as you know, every year, if you're a property owner, you got to pay your property taxes. And for most folks, if you're paying your monthly mortgage, it's included in your mortgage payment. But for those folks that maybe have paid off their mortgage, those fortunate ones, they have to manually pay. And June 15th is the day where the first payment is due. Since June 15th is on a Saturday this year, you actually get till Monday. And so we're just alerting folks to be sure and get your property taxes in on time. There is a penalty for late payment, so we want to make sure that nobody misses their deadlines of, in this case, it'll be Monday, June 17th. The good news about this year's property taxes, of course, is that my administration continues its efforts to be frugal with other people's money while at the same time delivering very high-quality service. I think we've accomplished that, and the good news is this year, the property taxes only go up $1 for every $100,000 of assessed value. And that's just really an incredible feat to manage a city of our size with all the services we offer and all the upward pressures on the budget to only have taxes go up $1 per 100,000. So real proud of my department heads and all the services they deliver. They're doing a great job. So for more information, you can go to the property tax website, which is muni.org/treasury. Also, you can go, if you want, there's a phone number to call as well, 343 6650. So every year for the last number of years, we've been excited to show the people of Anchorage just what goes on at the Port of Anchorage, which, as we know, is the lifeline for hundreds of towns and villages throughout Alaska. The port tours are going to start up again this week. In fact, Sunday, June 16th, which is Father's Day, will be the first port tour. The second one will be July 14th, and the third and final one will be August 11th. These tours are from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can depart from the Alaska Railroad headquarters building. There's free parking at 327 West Ship Creek Avenue. If you do want to go on a port tour, children under 18 do have to be accompanied by adult, and all adults do have to have a government-issued ID to get onto the port. So, again, it's a lot of fun. They usually are cooking up hot dogs, and a lot of folks have never had a chance to really tour the port, and it's pretty exciting what goes on down there every single day. We have a Centennial update. Susan Duck and Nina Kempel are here with us. Susan is the Centennial coordinator. Nina is the head of the Alaska Humanities Forum. And things are moving along really quickly. It's amazing how quick the time goes. Literally 2015, July 1st, which will be the kind of the culmination of the Centennial, will be here before we know it. So we're working on 3 legacy projects that we think will really be a significant part of the Centennial. The first is the official Anchorage Centennial commemorative book. The second is the official Anchorage Centennial commemorative documentary film. And the third is the official Anchorage Centennial online archive and app. So, Susan, do you want to talk more about that or talk about the meetings that are coming up as well?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. We'd like to invite the public to join us for our meetings on the first Tuesday of every month here in the Mayor's Conference Room at City Hall. It's a great opportunity to learn about how you can get involved in the Centennial and meet other folks who are organizing events, whether you have an existing event or you're coming up with a new event or project to commemorate our history. We invite you to join us and learn more about how we're making our plans and get involved.
Very good. And the Humanities Forum, the reason that Nina's here today is that the proposals that I just mentioned for the commemorative book, for the documentary film, and for the archive and app, an RFP is out for people to submit their proposals, and that is due June 27th, 2013. You can download the RFPs at the Alaska Humanities Forum website, which is akhf.org, or you can call it 272-5313. And again, already the response has been great. We want to make sure that everyone that wants to participate in these great legacy projects is included. So we really appreciate the support of the Humanities Forum. Nina and your group, thank you so much. And again, I think we're going to get a great response. You want to add any comments or put you on the spot?
No, I would just say the response has been really positive so far. A lot of people are excited and really encourage people to, as the mayor said, apply and respond before June 27th, and you can deliver your responses to the Alaska Humanities Forum or submit them online.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, as we know, summertime means one thing for sure, and that is there's an awful lot of running events in Anchorage, Alaska. The 40th annual Anchorage Mayor's Marathon is going to be held on Saturday, June 22nd. That's a week from this Saturday. And runners can participate in the full marathon, the half marathon, the 4-miler, or even the Youth Cup for the youngsters. You can register online at www.mayorsmarathon.com. And you may have noticed, of course, when it comes to the running world, that the coastal trail is under repair this year, and so there are some inconveniences. We've talked about it before, but just to remind folks again, we appreciate your patience. We are repaving 7 miles of coastal trail this year, and did last year and the year before as well, and that wonderful asset. Our goal is to make sure we maintain our assets so that we can all enjoy them. So it's great. You can go to the Park and Rec website. Again, you start at muni.org, and you can get to the Park and Rec website, and it'll update you on which sections of the trail are under repair and what your other options are as far as using the trail. So lastly, now I talked about the Mayor's Marathon in 2 weeks, but this coming Saturday is the biggest race in Anchorage history. I think we're talking over 14 or 15,000 participants, maybe even more by now, and it is called the Color Run. It's also known as the happiest 5K on the planet. So the registration's closed, but there's going to be some interesting traffic closures and stuff. And Chad Evans, I believe, with the race is here to talk more about it. And also with us is Alana Humphreys she's the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, and they're the beneficiary of this race. So Chad, I'll turn it over to you, and Alana, if you'd like to chime in too. So
okay,
welcome,
perfect.
sir.
Thank you, and thank you everybody that's been such a great help. Mayor Sullivan, the municipality, Parks and Rec, police officers, everybody that's been able to help us put this together. This has been about a year process that we've been putting this 5K together, and as Mayor Sullivan said, it's the happiest 5K on the planet. So what makes it the happiest 5K on the planet? One of the things that we realized is a lot of marathoners, a lot of people that like to run, that like to train to run, the one thing that holds those people back is that competitiveness. They have a problem getting in with all those competitive people, being timed, worried about what other people are going to think. So our race is not timed whatsoever. It's a place where people can come, have fun, walk, run, push their stroller, whatever it might be. So the Color Run is a 5K event. Every kilometer, they'll go through what we call a color zone, which is where they'll get colored cornstarch, colored powder thrown on them. So it's a very colorful event. And
You packets like this.
yeah, so you can actually see the color here. But after the event, after the actual run at Sullivan Arena is also actually where the run actually starts and ends. We have what we call a color festival, where we'll have a DJ, a lot of music, a lot of people just having a lot of fun. And at this color festival, all of our participants have these little packets of colors. And the DJ will count down from 15, and everybody throws these packets in the air, and it creates this amazing, colorful little cloud just over everybody's head. So it's amazing. You can check that out at thecolorrun.com if you want to see it. We're extremely excited for the event. As the mayor said, we've got about 15,000 participants.
Yipes.
You can still actually register at our packet pickup, which is Thursday and Friday at the Sports Authority on Old Seward. We've got a couple hundred registrations left for those people that weren't able to sign up online or need to walk up, and also Sullivan Arena starting at 6 a.m. on Saturday. So,
Oh, I apologize. I said it was closed, but there's still some openings.
There are some
very
openings.
Good.
So online is
Excellent.
closed, but some people don't have the internet or just weren't able
Sure.
to. So we hold a couple hundred for those people. And also, he mentioned Alana and the Boys and Girls Club. We're happy to be able to announce that they're our charity partnership in this venture, and they've been wonderful to work with. They've provided a great number of volunteers. Without the volunteers that they provide, we wouldn't be able to put on our event. So I'll let Alana say anything that she wants about the event and the relationship with us and the Boys and Girls Club.
How could Boys and Girls Club not be a part of the happiest 5K on earth? It had to be. So when they approached us a couple weeks ago, we were like, really? All we have to do is find volunteers and help out? So we fielded a couple hundred volunteers, and it's still the part of the race that's wide open. So if you're too late to register, you can still come be part of the fun and register online to be a volunteer. And as a result of our partnership in providing volunteers, we're very happy to have some much needed funding that's actually going to support our Triple Play program, which encourages kids to lead healthy lifestyles. So thank you so much. It's going to be great fun.
Excellent. And then we went online and watched one of the color runs and just how spectacular it was. But can you tell us how to find that on?
Yeah, if you go to www.thecolorrun.com, you can see everything about the event. There's multiple videos. If you're a YouTube watcher, also on YouTube, go through and check those out. And it's just a fun place to be if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday. Come down and check out what the Color Run's all about. We were actually the first color event, if you will, paint throwing events that came about. We kind of invented it, if you will. So we have a great organization.
So you take it and you just like throw it at this person right here.
Yeah.
Or you could just sprinkle it, like other people would. Yes.
All right, that's how it works. So, anyway, it's going to be an incredible event, and this concludes our briefing today. As mentioned, Chad and, of course, the folks from the Fairview Business Association and others will remain afterwards if you have any questions of them or want to do interviews. So, with that, I'll open it up to any questions on any topic while you're here. Seeing none, get out in the sunshine.
The biggest issue, the Sullivan Arena history, parking is a major issue.
Yeah.
Can we actually hold 15,000 people at that parking area?
Absolutely.
You have a problem with 6,000 people at an Aces game, so
Chad, I'll let
what's the idea? Where are we parking?
We've been able to work with a lot of the downtown parking. Easy Park Lenny Paccio Parking Garage. They've been great to work with us, and they've actually offered their garages. The easy parks, you're going to actually have to pay the $1 an hour or whatever it is. Lenny Paccio has actually offered the parking garage for free. So you're going to be able to park there. Those hold, quite a bit along with the downtown parking. And we've also gotten approval with and been working with Diamond Parking in the area. So we've got a lot of parking downtown. Obviously, some of you know there's some construction going around some different road closures. Our route actually has a couple road closures. So we're encouraging people to come show up downtown at 6 a.m. Our race starts at 8 a.m. So a lot of people think, hey, what am I going to do between 6 and 8? Well, first off, once you park downtown, we're going to have shuttles that are going to carry you to the Sullivan Arena. That shuttle pickup location is on 7th Ave between the museum and the Federal Building. There's a bus pull out there. That's where we're going to be shuttling from the downtown area after you park. We're also we have some parking people that we're working with on the south end of Sullivan Arena, JL Towers, and some other parking down there, which we're still trying to work out with a couple folks. But we're going to be shuttling from 2 locations on that end of the valley, and those 2 shuttle locations are listed on our website. But one is on 36th Ave between A and C, and one is on 40th Ave by Center Point Drive. So.
Are there any
Well, people could also just ride their bike down or walk over.
Right.
If it's a day like today, a lot of people just won't even take their cars. They'll just take a nice little jaunt.
Yeah, so we're encouraging people to definitely carpool. Make sure everybody has a seatbelt, but carpool as much as you can. There's also other parking around, self-parking that you'll be able to park yourself and either walk to a shuttle location or park to the arena, which is close by.
Very good.
For any folks who have respiratory issues, is there any advice, any health condition, or anything that they could do
Right.
to prepare for that?
So the powder that you saw, that is cornstarch. It's just colored cornstarch with color dye. So if you have respiratory issues, we encourage those participants to either wear painter's masks, or those participants can actually go around the outside of the color zone if they wish to, and they still want to have the experience. But if you have an issue, we rarely have issues, but if you do have a respiratory issue, it's encouraged to wear a mask just as you're going through the color zones. The color zones are only about 50 feet long, so you can wear it through the color zone and take it off after you're through.
Very good. Thanks.
Why Anchorage?
One of my coworkers back here named Sean actually used to come up here and work in Anchorage for about 20 years of his life, from Salt Lake City to Utah every single year. And this is an area that he really loved and tried to promote for the last year. But Anchorage, because the running community is big here, right? I mean, although there's the population is what it is. I mean, you can look at our event, you can look at the mayor's event and the women's run, which was last weekend, and you can kind of see what pull the running community has in the area. I mean, with the scenery and everything that Anchorage has to offer, it was really just the best place in Alaska to start. This is obviously the inauguration of the Color Run in Alaska, but we also hope to branch out to other places. But Anchorage is the best place to start, and it's been a pleasure to start here.
Very good. Thanks, Chad.
Absolutely.
Anyone else? Going once, going twice? Well, thank you all for coming, and get out and enjoy the sunshine. It's a beautiful day.